Every morning, millions of older adults wake up and make the same innocent mistakes without even knowing it. One wrong move can lead to fatigue, joint pain, dizziness, or even dangerous falls. But here's the truth. Small changes to your morning routine after 70 can protect your balance, boost your energy, and improve your overall well-being. In this video, I'll reveal 7 common mistakes seniors make every morning, and more importantly, how to fix them starting tomorrow. From skipping hydration to standing too fast, from coffee on an empty stomach to blocking out sunlight, these habits may seem harmless, but they slowly rob you of your health, stability, and clarity. You deserve better mornings. You deserve to feel strong, safe, and steady. If you're ready to feel more in control of your body and mind, stick around. And if you find this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 0 below to let me know you're here. Let's begin. Mistake number 1, standing up immediately after waking. It's a quiet morning. The room is dim, still touched by the soft blue of early light. Somewhere a bird sings, faint and far. You hear the gentle hum of the fridge in the kitchen, and maybe the sound of your neighbor's car door shutting outside. You sit up in bed, barely awake, but your legs already know what to do. Without much thought, they swing to the floor. You stand, but something feels off. For a second, the world leans. The floor seems farther than it should be. Your head floats, your heart speeds up, and you instinctively reach for the nightstand. A breath later, it passes. You brush it off. A little glitch, no big deal. But what if it is? That fleeting moment of dizziness is more than just a quirk of waking up. It's something called orthostatic hypotension. A big term, yes, but it simply means that when you rise too quickly, your heart struggles to push blood to your brain fast enough. This leads to a sudden drop in blood pressure, and while it might last only seconds, the risk is real, especially after 70, when our circulatory system isn't as fast as it used to be. You don't feel it coming, you don't plan for it. But one wrong step while your brain is low on oxygen, and you could be on the floor. And that's how it often happens. Not with drama, not with warning, just silence. Then the sound of a body hitting the ground, a hip fracture, a hospital stay, a walker, a new fear of mornings. But here's the truth. That matters most. You can stop this from happening completely, no medicine, no appointments, just one thing. Pause. Sit at the edge of your bed for 1 full minute. Feel your feet. Breathe. Let your blood catch up to your body. It sounds too simple to matter, but that minute may be the most important one of your day. I didn't learn this from a textbook. I learned it the morning I stood too fast and felt like the room had let go of me. Since then, I've changed how I wake up. No more rushing, just presence. Just 1 mindful minute. And since that day, my mornings have felt safer, lighter, steadier. Waking up is like stepping onto a bridge. You can rush across it, half asleep, not knowing what's beneath you, or you can plant your feet, look ahead, and walk it with awareness. The choice is yours, and sometimes the smallest pause carries the greatest power. Mistake number 2, forgetting to reconnect with your legs. The house is quiet. Morning sunlight sneaks through the curtains, painting the room in soft gold. You've just sat up in bed, your hands brushing over the blanket, your feet touching the cool floor. The hum of the world waking up is gentle, perhaps a distant lawn mower, the chirp of a bird, or just the steady rhythm of your own breath. It's the kind of morning you've lived through 1,000 times. Familiar, safe, and yet as you stand, something feels strange. Not pain, not dizziness, just off. A moment where your legs don't quite feel like yours. They move, but they lag behind you. Slightly unsure, slightly unsteady. You tell yourself it's just stiffness, just part of getting older. But what if that quiet feeling is your body whispering for your attention? We assume our legs will work, that we can trust them the moment they touch the ground. But after 70, that connection between the brain and the muscles below weakens. Not dramatically, not loudly, subtly, until one day your knees buckle slightly, your gait shortens, and one step becomes a question, not a given. It's not that your legs are failing you, it's that you've stopped listening to them. Medically, this is often a breakdown in proprioception, your body's ability to sense its own movement and position. The nerves that once responded instantly now take their time. The brain's signals need a little longer to reach their destination. And the more you ignore those quiet signals, the more distant that relationship becomes. The outcome? A stumble, a fall, a fear of movement that grows silently with each morning. But you can change this. You can bring that connection back. It takes less than a minute. Once you're sitting at the edge of the bed, take a breath and gently wiggle your toes. Flex your ankles, press your heels into the ground. Shift your weight slowly, side to side. Feel your legs, not just as limbs, but as your foundation. This isn't exercise. It's a ritual of reconnection, a check-in with the very part of you that carries your independence. I only began this habit after a morning when my legs betrayed me. They weren't weak. I was simply unaware. I stood too quickly, and my steps felt foreign. I was lucky nothing happened, but it shook me awake. From that day on, I chose to treat my legs not as machines, but as partners. Since then, my movements feel more grounded, my walking more assured, and my mornings more peaceful. Think of it like tuning an instrument. You wouldn't play a song before checking the strings. Your body deserves the same attention. Before you move through your day, honor the legs that carry you forward. Listen, feel, reconnect. It's a quiet habit, but it holds you up, literally. And once you start, you'll wonder how you ever moved without it. Mistake number 3, rushing into motion without gentle warm-up. The sun isn't even fully up yet. The air in the room is still cool, still touched by the quiet of night. You sit at the edge of your bed thinking of your day ahead. Maybe you have a morning walk planned, or a bit of gardening, or just the usual, coffee, breakfast, the paper. You reach down to pick up your slippers, maybe bend to pull on your socks. It all feels automatic. You've done it 1,000 times. But this time, something pinches, a sharp pull in your back, a sudden stiffness in your knee. You freeze for a moment, surprised. Wasn't it just a normal stretch? That's the thing. As we age, the normal rush into daily movement becomes something our bodies no longer welcome. Yet we don't talk about it, we don't question it. Why would putting on a sock cause discomfort? Why would picking something up from the floor leave us sore for hours? The answer is simple, but often ignored. Your body is not ready yet. Faniftaron. Hours of stillness. Your joints are cold, your muscles tight, and your circulation still slow. Jumping into action without preparation is like starting a car on a winter morning and slamming on the gas. It might go, but something will wear out, faster than it should. This is where most injuries begin, not in dramatic moments, but in ordinary ones. A back that strains from reaching, a shoulder that stiffens from pulling, a hip that doesn't quite catch its balance. These are not random aches. They are signals that your body needed more time, more kindness, more permission to wake up fully. And ignoring them day after day turns small pain into lasting damage. But there's good news. This is entirely preventable. You don't need special routines or long workouts. You just need a few moments of gentle movement. Sitting on the bed, you can roll your shoulders, tilt your head from side to side, rotate your ankles, stretch your arms overhead. These are quiet gestures, but powerful ones. They tell your joints, your muscles, your nervous system, it's time. I learned this lesson the hard way. After a morning when tying my shoe left me aching for a week, I had moved too fast, too soon, without awareness. Since then, I've changed my rhythm. I begin each day slowly, letting my body unfold instead of forcing it to perform. And I've noticed the difference, not just in flexibility, but in mood, in confidence, in clarity. Think of your body like a gate opening to the day. You can force it wide in one harsh motion, or you can gently ease it open, hinge by hinge. The second way might take a little longer, but it lasts, and it invites peace, not pain. Mistake number 4, ignoring your posture first thing in the morning. The first light slips through the window as you slowly rise. The room is hushed, touched by the amber tone of early morning. Maybe the kettle clicks on in the kitchen, or the faint tick of the hallway clock reminds you that it's time to start the day. You sit at the edge of your bed, letting your feet touch the floor, and as you lean forward slightly to stand, your body curls just a little. Shoulders slouch, neck tilts down, chest compresses. It feels natural, comfortable. You don't even notice it, but that small curve, that simple posture, quietly begins to shape your entire morning. What seems like a harmless habit might be holding you back in more ways than you realize. Have you ever wondered why your breath feels shallow, or why your digestion is slow even though you haven't eaten anything heavy? Why your energy dips even before breakfast? These aren't just signs of aging, they're signs of compression. When we hunch, we limit oxygen intake. We squeeze our internal organs. We reduce blood flow to the brain. It's not just a pose, it's a message, a posture of fatigue, of doubt, of shrinking into the day instead of standing in it. The science is simple. As we age, posture plays a more critical role in physical and emotional health. Poor posture, especially in the morning when the body is stiff and circulation still waking, restricts lung capacity, slows digestion, and increases pressure on the lower back. Over time, this creates a loop. Low energy leads to poor posture, and poor posture reinforces low energy. What begins as a small slump becomes a daily spiral into heaviness and discomfort. And worst of all, most people don't even realize it's happening. But you can stop that cycle. You can reverse it, and it doesn't take a program or a therapist or a mirror, it just takes awareness. The moment you sit up, pause, roll your shoulders back, lengthen your spine, open your chest, breathe deeply. Imagine your body not as something broken or aging, but as something realigning, reclaiming its center. That act alone changes everything. Your breath deepens, your mood lifts, your digestion starts working as it should. I remember the first morning I truly paid attention. I didn't stretch, I didn't exercise, I just straightened my back. At first it felt strange, unnatural even, but within minutes my mind cleared. My heart felt lighter. I stood, not hunched or hurried, but steady. It felt like dignity, like presence, like the version of me I thought I had forgotten. Posture is not about looking proud, it's about feeling alive. Your spine is not just your support, it's your symbol of strength, of clarity, of the quiet power you still hold. So tomorrow, before anything else, sit tall, breathe, stand with your heart lifted, and the rest of your day will rise with you. Mistake number 5, skipping water and going straight for coffee. The smell of coffee fills the kitchen before the sun fully rises. You hear the familiar drip of the machine, the low gurgle as it brews, and maybe the creak of the floor as you reach for your favorite mug. It's a quiet comfort, a habit that feels like home. You take that first warm sip and exhale thinking, now the day can begin. But beneath that soothing ritual, something essential is missing. Before the coffee, before the to-do list, before the news, your body is already asking for something else. You may not feel it, but every night while you sleep, your body loses water. Through every breath, every small movement, every beat of your heart, you slowly dehydrate. By morning, your system is running low, even if your mouth doesn't feel dry. Especially after 70, the thirst signal fades. We don't get the usual cues. We wake up thinking we're fine, but our organs are already working harder than they should. And when we reach for coffee before water, we're asking a tired body to sprint before it's had a sip. Without proper hydration, the blood thickens. Circulation slows, digestion lags. The heart must pump harder, and the brain may start the day in a fog. It's not just about thirst, it's about energy, focus, and safety. Coffee on its own dehydrates. And when it's the first thing to hit your stomach, it can amplify the strain. You may not connect the dots, but that mid-morning fatigue, that dizziness when standing, that irritability, it often starts with what you skipped, not what you drank. But you can change this easily. Begin your day with a single glass of water. Place it beside your bed or near your coffee pot. Let it be your first act of care. You don't need lemon or fancy filters, just water, clean, simple, and life-giving. It tells your body, I'm with you. It's a habit so small yet so powerful. I remember when I made the switch. I'd always gone straight to coffee, but I started noticing the sluggishness, the brain fog, the heavy feeling in my chest. One morning, I drank water first, and I felt the difference within minutes. Clearer, lighter, more present. Since then, I haven't missed a day. Think of it like watering a garden. You don't wait until the sun is high and the soil is cracked. You do it first thing, gently, consistently. Your body deserves the same. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee, before the world stirs, give yourself that first quiet gift, a glass of water. It's how vitality begins. Mistake number 6, drinking coffee on an empty stomach. The smell of freshly brewed coffee drifts through the kitchen. The light is still soft, the world outside your window just beginning to stir. You reach for your cup, warm, familiar, and take that first deep sip. It's a ritual, a comfort. For many, it feels like waking up itself. But not long after, something shifts. A heaviness in your stomach, a strange flutter in your chest. Your hands feel a little shaky. Maybe your mood dips for no reason. You write it off. Maybe it's stress. Maybe you're just tired. But what if it's something much simpler and preventable? Drinking coffee on an empty stomach is something many people do without thinking. Especially in later years, it's often the first act of the day. But here's the problem. Caffeine, when consumed without food, hits the body fast and hard. It triggers a spike in cortisol, your stress hormone. It increases acid production in your stomach. And instead of giving you energy, it often brings anxiety, irritability, and a sense of internal discomfort that lingers long after the mug is empty. The aging digestive system becomes more sensitive to these changes. Your stomach lining thins, acid control weakens, and without a buffer of food, even mild coffee can cause irritation. Over time, this can lead to chronic inflammation, indigestion, and increased blood pressure. If you've ever wondered why your heart races or why your mood crashes before noon, this habit might be part of the reason. And it's not just about feeling off. It can affect your entire morning's rhythm. The solution is beautifully simple. Just eat something small before you drink your coffee. A banana, a piece of toast, a handful of nuts. This tiny shift slows caffeine absorption and gives your stomach the support it needs. You don't have to give up your ritual. You just need to anchor it with care. I used to drink coffee on an empty stomach for years. I loved the peace of it, the stillness, but I didn't love the anxiety that followed. Once I started pairing it with food, I noticed the difference. My body settled, my mornings felt more balanced, and I still had my ritual, just with more wisdom behind it. Imagine your body like a quiet engine. Coffee is the ignition, but without fuel, it sputters, strains, and wears down. Add a little nourishment first, and everything runs smoother. Energy lasts longer. And your morning begins not with stress, but with strength. Mistake number 7, keeping the curtains closed and blocking morning light. The world outside is waking. Birds are singing faintly in the trees, and golden light is gently rising over the rooftops. But inside the room, the curtains are still drawn. The space remains dim, muted, quiet in a way that feels comforting at first. You shuffle toward the kitchen in half light, the floor cool beneath your feet, your mind not fully awake. It feels like just another peaceful morning, but slowly a heaviness lingers. Not physical pain, something softer, a fog. You feel slower, a bit off, as if your day hasn't truly started, even though you're already moving through it. Could it be that something as small as light, or the lack of it, is quietly stealing your clarity? Most people don't realize this, but after 70, your body's relationship with light becomes more important than ever. As we age, our natural circadian rhythm, the internal clock that tells us when to feel awake and when to rest, begins to weaken. Without the right signals, it falls out of sync. And the most powerful signal of all? Morning sunlight. When you block it out, your brain gets confused. It holds onto sleep hormones longer than needed. It delays your alertness, your digestion, your mood. You may feel groggy well into the afternoon or find it harder to sleep that night. The consequences build quietly. A day that begins in darkness often carries fatigue, irritability, and a sense of being slightly behind. You may drink more coffee, move more slowly, or avoid social interaction, thinking it's just aging. But often it's just misaligned rhythm. It's your body missing its cue. The fix is simple. Open your curtains as soon as you wake. Let light touch your eyes, even if only for a few minutes. If possible, step outside. Feel the breeze. Let your skin sense the shift from night to day. This is not just about mood. It's about resetting your biology. I used to keep my curtains closed out of habit. It felt cozy, like a gentle start. But I didn't realize how often I felt sluggish by mid-morning or restless by bedtime. Once I began welcoming the light each morning, things changed. My focus sharpened. My mood lifted. I slept more deeply. It wasn't a miracle. It was alignment. Think of light as the conductor of your daily symphony. Without it, the instruments play out of tune. With it, your body and mind begin in harmony. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, pull back the curtain. Let the light in. Let yourself fully arrive. That one small gesture can brighten more than your room. It can brighten your life. Every morning offers a choice. You can rush through it on autopilot, or slow down and give your body what it truly needs. For seniors, those first few minutes after waking shape everything. Your balance, energy, clarity, and long-term health. The smallest habits, how you stand, what you drink, when you breathe, or even if you open the curtains, can quietly build up or wear you down. But here's the good news, it's never too late to change. These simple steps don't require medication, expensive tools, or complex routines. Just awareness, just care. If today's video helped you see your mornings in a new light, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your story in the comments below. What small habit changed your day? What tip are you going to try first? Your experience might inspire someone else who needs this right now. Let's make every morning a moment of strength, not struggle. And let's grow wiser, one quiet, intentional habit at a time.